Today's main job is to get this toilet set up. You may have seen this in another video and thought this is just a junk site, but no, this is a toilet garden. And this is the first time I'm actually taking a look at it. I didn't know if the dirt fell out of there or not. When this got blown over, see the dirt's in there. So this thing is drilled out. The top part has its own drain built in, and that works. And then the bottom part, you can't see it from here, but the bottom of the bowl, I've drilled several holes so that the bottom drains as well. I just used a masonry bit. I think it was said that it was made for glass, but I can't be sure. But anyways, this needs to come out of here, and I'm gonna put it over here in, we've been calling this the barn garden, which is just barn garden here and barnyard garden over there, for lack of a better term for it. This is our old shower from when we first bought the land. There was posts coming up here, and this was kind of out of the way at the time. There was, 5-foot tall weeds all through here. The whole place was pretty wild, and it was a place we could get to and shower, kind of a private place. We had 320-foot black hoses that we connected together, and we laid that out in the sun, and that was the hot water. It'll give you a nice warm shower. But anyways, now that this is open here, this used to have a container, thing we built onto the container called the shanty, and a shelter over there, all of our temporary living stuff, until we could build a permanent building here, which we still haven't done, but we own the shed across the street now, so that's not a big priority. Now that this is cleared, my sister is going to park her camper here, so we're gonna kind of fix the place up. I'm gonna weed all of this and plant it with some wildflowers and just get this area cleaned up. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm gonna move that toilet out along the edge of the parking lot here, where it can be seen. It was only back here because we had no other place to put it, and this was pretty much really shady back here most of the day, so the plants don't do as well. So I'm gonna move that toilet out and get this place weeded up today. I'm gonna get the soil out of here. Luckily it's held together with roots, that's why it didn't fall out. And I have pea gravel underneath it, which I would like to save as well. That's helping with the drainage. Maybe I'll tip it up. This soil has that moisture retaining stuff in it, so I don't want to throw it out. But it's going to be pretty heavy. Okay, there's that. ants and pea gravel under the soil for drainage. I'm going to try to retain those. I can still see fertilizer pellets in there from last year. I got washed river rock at the bottom, kind of got mixed up a little bit during its fall, and pea gravel on top. I don't think I have to mess with that stuff. Oh, I see a bunch of ants. So they're gonna love me. Oh yeah, there's ants everywhere in there. I think I'm going to get a hand cart, wiggle this onto a hand cart, and come right down through here, and then that way. I'm thinking about putting it way over by the tank there, the propane tank. The two white objects will look good together, and it'll be easier to weed around it. I don't want anything else growing. Well, maybe some real low cover stuff around the base of it. But yep, I'll go get a hand cart. All right, this could be really embarrassing. There's a high chance of failure here. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, so far the plan is going as planned. Now wiggle it on. Whoa, there goes failure. This thing is pretty heavy. Ooh. Let's tip it. Okay, I could strap it on, but whew, that was a bitch. If it was easy, everybody'd be rolling toilets around. I got old stalks in here. Set this dirt aside for right now. The June bug in the dirt. When we get our chickens, the chickens love these things. They'll follow me around when I'm gardening just to get the June bugs or the grubs. Yeah, toilets are very top heavy, especially when they're filled with gravel and soil and water. So you need to have them on a firm, level spot. So what I have here is 3/4 inch gravel, and I'm going to tamp it dead level. It'll drain just fine, this small area, and any excess water will just go right through the gravel. I don't want to put any bevel on it at all. It's all as level as I need it to be. Now I just got to get this toilet in there without damaging everything. I could have took the rocks out, but just another layer of work that I don't feel like doing. I'm going to be weed whacking for the entire rest of the day, so I don't want to get too tired dicking with the toilet. All right, looks pretty good. Boy, this is nice. I could shit out here. Okay, little touch up and a little detail leveling. Looks like, no, actually that looks pretty good. This is the soil mixture that I took out of there, and it's going back in. It has the soil retention crystals in it. And that looks pretty good over there. I like it. I'm gonna wash it up a little bit. I'm gonna run to the greenhouse. We have a greenhouse just at the bottom of the hill here, and get some flowers for this tomorrow. You can kind of see my pea stone and washed river rock in there to let the water through. You know, it's in the rain, so it can fill up on you if you don't have a way for water to get away. And then in the back, more of the same. The back drains out through the built-in hole back here, and the bowl down in the neck where it goes down and up through here to the tank, that connection there. I drilled, I don't know, 3-4 holes in there with I think it was a ceramic drill bit. Just put some water in there and drilled through it. So it drains just fine. So that's about it. I'm gonna take this dirt. I have that hole there and another one down there from them pylons from yesterday's video. Pulled the pylons out of there to put in the walkway by the shed. So I'm gonna fill up them holes and then spread the rest of this out, weed the heck out of this garden, and just leave the wildflowers that made it. This was planted as a wildflower garden, but it was incredibly hard to get in here to do anything with it because the container came right to here. And then there was a shelter with a little walkway right by the propane tank there and toilet. If you look, you can see the outline of the container. It's right here where the moss stops, this bare spot right here. And then right here was what we called the shanty. You can kind of see the outline of that as well. It was like a lean-to built right up against the container that I made from the leftovers from building the house. Didn't want to burn it or throw it away, so I made more space for storage. So in a little bit I'm going to get to the weeding, but for right now I guess I'll put this video out there, and then you don't really need to see the weeding. It's pretty boring shit. I will show the planting though, I believe. Or maybe I'll just put the weeding and the planting in together. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay, stop back and see that. And got a ton more shit to do in the next few days, including assessing this entire area back here for returning it to Savannah State, Oak Savannah State. This whole area was Oak Savannah at one time, and I've been working on this since we've owned the land, slowly thinning out trees and selectively letting the oaks live. But I got to do it more aggressively before these weed trees get any bigger. Do some hack and squirt and kill back some of the weed trees and get in there with the brush whacker. And then we'll maintain a little savanna back here, which is just grass, native grasses, and mostly bur oak, but we'll take whatever oak is growing. But I'm going to try to get some. Bur oak is a white oak, and I think I have some sprouted. If you've seen the oak, I think it's planting acorns video. If you've seen that, those are doing really good. Any white oak or bur oak that is sprouted there will go into here. I'll probably do it a little further down the hill where there's no oaks. I got 2 oaks here, a couple right there. This larger oak right there was a 2-leafed oak tree when we bought the land, and we had a path right where the path is now. We had a path going right there to our toilet in the woods, and we had several oak trees. 3 of them are still there. One, I think one got mowed down ages ago. But that is a, what would it be, 13-year-old, 14-year-old oak. So they get pretty big pretty quick. The ones that I've been selecting out in here are pretty big as well. But I'll do a whole video on that coming up within a day or 2 probably. So that's it for today. Stop back and see all the action